Meeting is being conducted in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertisement in the Cape May Star and Wave on the Township website and posted on the bulletin boards of Township Hall.
All right, if we could all rise, flag salute, and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Conrad?
Here.
Councilmember Perry?
Here.
Councilmember Roy?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sippel?
Here.
Mayor Simonson?
Here. All right, first thing we have this evening, our work session. We have two presentations. The first of which is the Click It or Ticket proclamation. And I will read that, and this is something we do every year with the police department, besides the buzzing. So we have a proclamation for supporting the Click It or Ticket mobilization of May 22nd through June 4th, 2017, whereas there were 604 motor vehicle fatalities in New Jersey in 2016, and whereas a large percentage of the motor vehicle occupants killed in traffic crashes were not wearing a seatbelt, and whereas use of a seatbelt remains the most effective way to avoid death or serious injury in a motor vehicle crash, and whereas the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that 135,000 lives were saved by safety belt usage nationally between 1975 and 2000, and whereas the state of New Jersey will participate in the nationwide Click It or Ticket seatbelt mobilization from May 22nd through June 4th of 2017 in an effort to raise awareness and increase seatbelt usage through a combination of high visibility enforcement and public education. And whereas the Division of Highway Traffic Safety has set a goal of increasing the seatbelt usage rate in the state from the current level of 93% to 95%. And whereas a further increase in seatbelt usage in New Jersey will save lives on all of our roadways. Now therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor Eric Simonson, and the Lower Township Council declare our support for the Click It or Ticket seatbelt mobilization program, both locally and nationally, from May 22nd through June 4th, 2017, and pledge to increase awareness of the mobilization and the benefits of seatbelt use. All right. Is anyone here to take this, or we? All right, we'll get it to them. Thank you. All right, next we have last Sunday, it was an honor to be in attendance at the West Cape May Fire Hall for two young men that received their Eagle Scout badges. One was Andrew Heim. He's not with us this evening, but he may be with us in the future. But we are here to congratulate Michael Nolan on his Eagle Scout project. So if Michael is here, if he would please come up. Now, before I read this, I just want to let everybody know, I know Judy back there in our Historic Preservation Commission, as well as our Builders Club over at Richard M. Titleman School and the Kiwanis Club with Paul Schulte there, have been regularly cleaning up the Union Bethel Cemetery over on Tabernacle Road. But that all started with Michael's Eagle Scout project, which he spent many hours and went around and got all the donations, built a walkway path. He redid the flagpole, the sign, and did a lot of other work as well with the help of volunteers. And he's here tonight so we can honor him. So I will read the proclamation, and then council will come down. So this proclamation congratulating Michael Nolan on his Eagle Scout project. Whereas Michael Nolan chose to enhance the entrance of the Union Bethel Civil War Veterans Cemetery. It was Eagle Scout project. And whereas Michael began his project in April of 2016, and after dedicating over 200 hours of service, completed the project on September 10th, 2016. And whereas Michael's purpose for choosing this project was because he wanted to honor the veterans and their families that were buried in this precious piece of history, and to honor those who served our country. And whereas this project involved refinishing the entrance sign, installing new decking and new fencing along the walkway, clearing the weeds and brush, and planting flowers around the grave sites of the 9 unidentified black sailors whose bodies were found on the beach in Lower Township during the Civil War. Now therefore, it is with great pleasure that I, Mayor Eric Simonson, and the Lower Township Council do hereby congratulate Michael on this outstanding project and wish him continued success in all of his future endeavors. So congratulations, Michael. We're going to come down. And also, Michael will be our honored guest. I know that there's going to be a rededication of the Union Bethel Cemetery on May 24th. That's a Wednesday at 4 p.m. Anyone that can get down there, and a lot of the volunteers will be there to be recognized as well. But I know, like I said, Michael kind of kicked this whole thing off with his project. So, Council, if we could come down. Yeah. Michelle and Bob Nolan here as well. Oh, I know Michael's leaving, but you had some other news that same week, right? You got accepted into the engineering program?
Yes. Rowan
At
University.
Rowan University, so he's going to be furthering his educational career and making us all proud, so it's great to see. Next on our our work session, we have a triathlon update, but I know Mr. Ridgway has a few words to say before we call up our guest.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight with us, we have an individual that came to us a few years ago, and every year he comes back to talk a little bit about his event, but I'm not so sure everyone also knows how his organization and he himself have grown. So I want to share with you just a couple little tidbits here, and I want you to realize that obviously it's a big United States. And here's a local Cape May County athlete that has transcended a sport of individual road races into spectacles. For starters, the Escape the Cape is voted the top 5 bucket list triathlon in the entire United States, which is incredible. I could go on here with many more, but I have to mention the second one, which he just attached his wagon to in the past year. The Ironman 70.3, which will take place in Atlantic City on September 17th, was voted the #1 large triathlon in the entire United States. So that's unbelievable that Steve has taken this thing and he's done things throughout the county. What I also want folks to realize is that in 2 weeks, and knowing him, he hasn't slept in 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks, probably 8,000 people will enter Lower Township on Saturday and Sunday of the first weekend in June. What makes that so great is the fact that this event doesn't only help Lower Township, it helps Cape May, it helps the Wildwoods, because these folks will purchase food, entertainment, lodging, and most of all, some of them could become vacation owners in years to come. That's what is happening here, right in the midst of our everyday work day, that he took a shot on Lower Township, and Lower Township took a shot on him. There's a million quotes about these races, because there's thousands of runners, but one that stands firm with me is he makes every individual feel like a rock star. And this is true. If you went there and you saw what took place and you see the passion in this guy, I mean, I've seen promoters for 40 years. He's in a league of his own. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Del Monte.
Thank you. When I started, I didn't need reading glasses. I now need reading glasses. My hair was darker. It's still pretty dark, but it is coming in gray. It is coming in gray. Thank you very much for those words. It's extremely kind. This is the 5th annual event that we have, and you know it was a shot in the dark. Township manager, and you were on that crew that said, specifically you said, you know, you talk a good game, but do you walk a good game? And that was my introduction to you. So that really sets the tone for when you're going to do something somewhere. You just don't talk about it. You really got to execute. And I have to say that the Lower Township, you know, EMS, EMTs, police, public works, the community, the DRBA, everyone has executed this event at a world-class level. I mean, we only do so much, and then it's up to it's up to really the community and the buy-in of everyone here. And so I could not have done any of this without all of you saying, all right, let's see what you can do. Don't screw it up, but let's see what you can do. And so we've done some good things. The number one thing I'd like to recommend, or not recommend, but I'd like to express is that we do not receive any township services for free. We pay for everything. So for someone out there that is questioning all these bikes going past their house, or maybe they got rerouted down a different road than they normally take 364 days of the year, no tax dollars were spent. In fact, you already have my check for this year. You already have, it's already there. It's already there. So I'd like to say that. I'd like to say that we do our best to notify the public, but we're never going to hit everyone. We could put it all over Facebook. We could put it in the paper. We can tweet it out, email it out, put it on signboards. Someone's going to get missed. And all that I ask is that you do check the notices from the township, that you do check the Facebook page. We just uploaded a brand new, it's a flyover of the course, and it shows the exact route that the bike course takes. It's pretty fantastic stuff. It's really the technology that they used for the Tour de France a few years ago, and now it's available to anybody who can ride a bike along the course. So I think that's great for people that don't quite understand, hey, where's this race taking place? Is it going to affect me? And if you go on the Township Facebook page, which I believe it will be posted on, or the Escape the Cape Facebook page, you can see exactly what roads will be affected and the time that they will be affected. I know we have a reverse 911 that goes out for people that live in the township, as well as we spend our own money to have things printed up. We hand out to the police. In addition, we pay for impact notices to be sent out to all the zip codes surrounding the community, so that way at least you'll get something in your mailbox. So some way we're trying to touch you in some sort of fashion. And in fact, we're trying to touch you right now. I know this is going to be on local television, so I appreciate that. We have a new bike course this year. So we're not satisfied with the way things were. We had, last year, I will say, we had 2 pretty significant bike crashes on New England Road. And it happened in front of the same house 2 years in a row. And the person who lived on New England Road, I won't say the address, but they wrote me a letter right after the event and said, Steve, can you do something? Can you figure out a way to make this a little bit safer? And I took it to heart, and we developed what we believe is the safest version of this event yet. We're not satisfied. People love the event at WIDS Awards. That's great. We're not satisfied. It can be better. And the way we can make it better is by making it safer. And so that's what we're doing. We're utilizing Stimson from Bayshore to Stimson, Stimson to Seashore, and Seashore back over the bridge. Again, that will be in the impact notices. That will be in a reverse 911. So some folks who live on Stimson between Shumpike and Seashore, you will be affected this year. But we will promise to make it as minimally invasive as possible. I'd be remiss if I did not thank the First Assembly of God of Cape May. They are altering their church service schedules for that Sunday. They're coming out to support the event and volunteer, which is amazing. So Pastor Dodd and the entire, whoever goes to that church, God bless you, thank you, and the athletes, thank you. And last but not least, this is the most, what I believe is the most unique triathlon in the U.S., and we have it here, and it's world class. And Matt Caesar has shown that you can be world class and come from Southern Cape May County. Joe Malloy, who made the Olympics, showed that you can be world class and be from Cape May County. And not to mention Bill Pilsnick back in the day, and there's so many other people, but this is something unlike anything anywhere in the U.S., and we have it right here in Southern Cape May County. And I'm sure to mention that every time I go somewhere, I talk about, no, it's not New Jersey, Southern New Jersey, Southern Cape May County. And what makes it special is the people that are from this community, and the fact that, this event takes place 15 minutes from my home is fantastic. And if you can come out to support the event, if you've never seen it, if you could just make your way over to Harpoons, he'll be open, make your way over to Harpoons and watch what's taking place and to see the different types of athletes. You think they look, they're not Hercules. They're all different shapes and sizes. People overcoming all sorts of different obstacles in their lives, and they're doing it in Cape May. We have close to 40 different states represented coming up in 2 weeks. And one other thing I would like to mention, and I'll say thank you 1,000 times, but 3 years ago, there was a couple who did the event. They had never went further south than LBI on the Parkway. They came to this event, were blown away by Southern Cape May County. They bought a house on Beach Drive, and they just had a baby. So I'd like to throw that out there. So Escape the Cape is part of that and increasing the tax base. So I would just like to thank, that's important. I really want to thank Mitch Plen and the Recreation Department. Jimmy, you were part of that crew. Eric, your father was part of that crew, and he was who gave me the opportunity. And I will say, since this event happened, my life has changed drastically. I do this full time. When I started this, I didn't do it full time. And you took a shot on me, I appreciate it. And then I decided, because of this event, I take a shot and put it out there. And now when I say we, it's not made, we are putting Southern Cape May County on the map for elite world-class racing in the U.S., and I just can't say thank you enough. So on June 4th, I know some of you will be impacted with traffic. I promise you, I will make sure that every athlete, if they see you on the lawn, says thank you 1,000 times, and that's all I can really say. So thank you very much to everyone. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Steve did leave one thing out, and that is he is to say the least, a gracious supporter of our rec department and our young people, as well as other programs in the township, and we thank you for that. All right, we move down to our consent agenda. Do we have any council comments on the consent agenda?
No comments.
None at this time. We open it to the public. Seeing none, we close the consent portion, the agenda portion.
Approval
Agenda.
of the minutes from May 1, 2017. Approval of closed session minutes, May 1, 2017. Resolutions number 2017-141 through resolution number 2017-155, and the first reading of ordinance number 2017-08, a bond ordinance providing for various 2017 capital improvements by and in the Township of Lower, County of Cape May, State of New Jersey, the Township, appropriating $1,107,350 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1 million bonds or notes of the Township to finance parts of the cost thereof. This is the first reading of the bond ordinance. The second reading and public hearing is scheduled for June 5th, 2017.
Get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Perry?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sippel?
Abstain.
Mayor Simonson?
Yes. All right, move down to the regular agenda.
Resolution number 2017-156. This is a resolution authorizing the payout of accumulated comp time. This is for Detective Perry in the amount of $3,096.48.
Any council comments?
No comments.
Public comments? Seeing none? I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Perry?
Abstain.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sippel?
Yes.
Mayor Simonson?
Yes.
Resolution number 2017-157. This is authorizing the payment of vouchers in the amount of $45,000 payable to Lower Township Rescue.
All right, any council comments?
No.
Seeing none? Public comments? Seeing none? I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Recuse.
Councilmember Perry?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sippel?
Yes.
Mayor Simonson?
Yes.
Resolution number 2017-158. This was the cause for the revision of the agenda. This is for the insertion of a special item of revenue pursuant to NJSA 40A-4-87. This is a Chapter 159, the insertion of click it or ticket in the amount of $5,500.
All right, do I get any council comments on this? Seeing none? Public comment? Seeing none? Can I get a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second it.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Perry?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sippel?
Yes.
Mayor Simonson?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2017-07. This is an ordinance amending the Uniform Construction Code to update the fees related to Chapter 235. This is the second reading and public hearing of this ordinance. This ordinance has been published, posted, and made available to the public.
All right, council comments? Public comments? Seeing none? Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Perry?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sippel?
Yes.
Mayor Simonson?
Yes. All right, we move down to our reports from council and Manager Ridgway. Do you have any reports, or would you like to? You want to go first?
Sure. Gentlemen, I met with the chief last week and then again this morning, and as part of the community reach program that he implemented with his officers on the street, I have over 300 questionnaires, which you're certainly all welcome to take a look at, but there were from concerns to compliments of over 300 of our residents. I thought it was an excellent start to this program, and a lot of information was passed on, whether it be code enforcement or recommendations of workers that work in various facilities or public works, et cetera. So the chief did a real good job of getting this done in 3 weeks, and that's something I'd like to do again, because I think it's just a big step for the police to meet and talk with our residents. Other than that, I know a couple of you are aware of the fact of the new programs we'll be implementing for our rec department. We now have commitments from 2 of the instructors for our music program, which we will start hopefully before Labor Day, as well as our Mac computer program and our bicycling club. And all of those will be predicated on when we can move people back out of the Millman Center to the new public safety building. I was there today. Certainly like to see us be able to move the court back in August, but I'm still holding to August. But when that happens, then we'll be able to spring into a few more of these programs for our youth in the fall. And that's all I have right now.
Would you like to, do you have the concert series in front of you, or you want me to?
I don't.
All right, I'll
I
take
think
care of
we
that
still-
when we get there. So we'll move to Councilman Conrad.
Real quick, kind of. Escape the Cape. Steve does a wonderful job. He's done a wonderful job. This is the 5th year, as he says, and every year we learn who to notify and stuff, and this is part of the process of the public meeting. For the people that say they live in the Villas and are going to try to cross the Seashore Bridge Sunday morning, it's not happening. There will be road closures. Please, go to the Township website, ask somebody, go to the Escape the Cape website. Certain roads are going to be closed Sunday morning, some for only a couple hours, some for a little bit longer. It's a wonderful event. It's a nightmare from my side in a sense, but it's a great event, and Steve has been great to this township, and I think the event has been great to the township. The vacant properties ordinance is going to be kicking in. It's really going to start affecting the new foreclosures. The old foreclosures, though, and places that are currently vacant, it's not really going to affect until we can notify the owners. If you have one of those vacant properties in your neighborhood that's being totally neglected, please contact someone from the township so we could try to find out who the owner is to get the notification process about this ordinance into place. It doesn't take place if, oh, look, that place is vacant, it's been that way for a year, we can now find them. We have to find the owner to let them know. We have to figure out who it is, especially for foreclosures. With banks buying out banks and selling foreclosures, we have to, it might take a little bit, but we want to get it all under control. I'm not really going to touch too much on the pedestrian safety project. You all heard about it. I've been talking about it for the past few meetings. That's great. Current capital budget, we got some roads being repaired. Hopefully soon, every area, they picked some of the worst roads in each village, North Cape May and Town Bank. We're starting the process of getting our roads and infrastructure fixed. Some of the water drains, we're getting them fixed. This is very important to this council. We need to make sure our infrastructure is in place, and we're working on it. Dave?
Just a couple items. Memorial Day weekend is fastly approaching, and it's the start of the summer season, so to speak. Mr. Ridgway, question on the signage. Will that be up and posted by Memorial Day weekend?
We're still hoping so. I mean, there were some issues with obtaining certain materials, but
Okay. Just to let the public know that we're going to, I know there's a lot of signs up on the beachfront, not just in North Cape May, but in the villas also. And we're going to straighten that up a little bit to make it a little bit more uniform, a little bit more better for the eye, I guess you could say, so to speak. There'll be informational signs, but they'll be a little bit more decorative and not as obtrusive as some of the signs that are up there now. The only other thing I have to say is have a happy and a safe Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy the summer. It's here.
Roland?
Yes, I'd just like to comment on the township-wide beach cleanup program. It's going to be this coming Saturday, beginning at 10 o'clock and lasting till approximately 12. We're going to cover the area from Lincoln down to Miami, the entire length of the beach as it pertains to Lower Township. We're going to go out in several different groups. One group will probably be meeting on Miami Avenue. The second would be Fernwood, and the third would be on Lincoln. The groups will walk north to south, and in the Lincoln Avenue case, it'll go from south to north, and we'll just pick up as much trash as we can. We'll place it along the roadway for Public Works pickup. We're going to try to provide bags and vests and whatever else is necessary. If anybody has anything and they intend to participate, we ask that they bring it for their comfort. Thereafter, we hope to have refreshments provided, and just hope to see everyone that's able to participate. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor?
Okay, yeah, Mr. Ridgway, just want to thank you and Mitch for the job you're doing at the rec center. You know, too often we hear about kids and football and baseball, but we forget about the music and the other things that kids enjoy doing, and I want to thank you for that. I do want to touch on a couple subjects I kind of talk about at least once a month dealing with kids, and that the first one is the Lower Township Healthy Youth Coalition, on the grant we received back in September 2015. As I mentioned in last month's council meeting, the target audience for this program are kids at risk or simply kids that need some type of direction in life. I'm happy to report that the program is coming together. I'd like to personally thank the mayor and our chief of police, Bill Mastrani, for caring about our kids and making this a priority in our busy work schedule. As a retired military, I know when the leadership is involved, the others will follow. The Cape Assist will also be giving a formal presentation to council and the public at our June 5th meeting, but I do want to touch on a few things about the camp. The dates of the camp will be July 25th through July 27th. It'll be 3 days. We'll do some drill and ceremony, some team building each morning. The police have a whole, the first day is a pretty tight schedule of activities. They have the K-9, they have a crime scene processing, SWAT demonstration. We're going to visit the police academy. We're going to use the simulators up there, and other police activities will also be on the first day. We'll have the Army helping us out as needed. Cape Assist will provide some mentoring classes. On the last day, we'll travel to County Park, and we'll actually use the zip line with the kids and have a barbecue and a graduation. This is the first camp of many, and the bottom line is the kids are the future of the town, and by helping these kids, we make Lower Township a better place. The second thing I want to talk about is I call it, I guess, a fund for the kids. I'd like to thank Gary Douglas and the rest of the members of the Optimist Club for allowing the council and others to team up and raise money for the kids. This fund will help families that may be in financial distress so their kids can get involved with youth activities, whether it's sports, music, Boy Scouts, or other activities. We're looking to have 3 major fundraisers each year. The first one will be a concert at the Ferry on August 30th, spearheaded by the mayor on the stage, singing away, so hopefully y'all come out there and support the mayor. The Optimist is Plan 1 fundraiser, and the Recreation Department is working on the third. Some news for some veterans. There was a meeting this past Saturday at the American Legion in Wildwood. The Wilmington VA Hospital in Delaware has the responsibility to oversee and care for the veterans in Cape May County. Mr. Vince Kane is the new director of the Wilmington VA Hospital. He gave many in the audience an update on the plans for a new VA clinic for Cape May County. The facility is in its final approval stages and is projected to be completed by early 2019. This will be a major win for veterans who now travel almost 4 hours round trip to Delaware and back. And lastly, Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day, even though many will have a barbecue, maybe have a cold drink Memorial Day, I would like to remind everybody that Memorial Day is a day of remembrance. It is also much different than Veterans Day. With Veterans Day, we thank all those who have served in the military, and of course, Memorial Day, we remember and pay service to those who lost their lives for the United States so we can have a better place. If you have a chance to attend a ceremony on Memorial Day, I would actually wish that you would do that. If not, please remember those that lost their lives. There will also be a Memorial Day service at local VFW Memorial Day at 11 o'clock a.m. That's all I have.
Thank you. It's good information. All right, first I want to thank, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, because we all know that every day is Mother's Day, so it is. So first I have here is a celebration for Cape Island's community wildlife habitat. That's this Friday. And whereas Cape Island has been officially designated as a community wildlife habitat by the National Wildlife Federation under the leadership and guidance of the New Jersey Audubon, Cape Island is only the third such community in the state of New Jersey to receive this honor. So that is at the New Jersey Audubon Nature Center of Cape May. I believe it's on Delaware Avenue over there in Cape May. It is 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., obviously, on Friday, May 19th, if anyone is interested. We also have Armed Forces Day on Saturday. Armed Forces Day 2017, Saturday, May 20th at 11 a.m. There will be a ceremony at the World War II Lookout Tower, Sunset Boulevard, near Cape May Point in Lower Township. Meet World War II veterans, presentations and dedications. It is free admission to the World War II Lookout Tower from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, and that's presented by the Friends of the World War II Lookout Tower, as well as the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts. So again, that's Saturday morning. Just want to thank everyone that came out. We had a great Coast Guard community celebration. Our portion was held Sunday at the Cape May Lewis Ferry. It was a little windy, but it was really a nice presentation. They gave out scholarships to some of our local high school students. Some of our local students won an art competition for the Coast Guard, and then it was capped off by the Coast Guard band in congruence with our Lower Cape May Regional Band. They played together. It was really a great event, and we appreciate it, and we'll continue to support our Coast Guard. As I said earlier, the rededication for the Union Bethel Cemetery is May 24th at 4 p.m. And I wanted to congratulate our local Lower Township police officers that took part. There were 2 big rides this past week to benefit families of fallen officers that were killed in the line of duty. There's 2 different organizations. One is the Police Unity Tour, and the other is Law Enforcement United. Both had members of our Lower Township Police Department representing, and they started in Atlantic City and rode bikes down to Washington, D.C. So they had a full 3 days. I know they hit some bad weather along the way, but I believe they're all back now or were well on their way yesterday, headed back with their families. So we'll just take our hats off to them, and everyone made it safely and for a great cause. So with that, and last but not least, announcements. Mr. Ridgway, you can jump in on some of the information, but the summer concert series, they kick off on July 12th, obviously at the Cape May Lewis Ferry Terminal. The first band is Danny V's.
It's a Billy Joel tribute that starts on the 12th.
Billy Joel on the 12th. The 19th is Amish Outlaws. It's a great band name, by the way.
Yes.
The 26th is none other than the B Street Band, which is obviously a Bruce Springsteen, very well-known tribute band. On August 2nd, we have Glimmer Twins.
That's a Rolling Stones tribute.
The 9th is Soul Cruisers, who are R&B and all kinds of other stuff. I'm sure many of you have seen them. The 16th is Philbilly.
That's a country rock.
I'm sure Eileen will be there with her cowboy hat and boots on. And the 23rd is Separate Ways, which I'm sure is a Journey tribute band as well.
Correct.
All right, so,
And the 30s are a fundraiser.
and the 30th will be a very special concert. We'll have special guests raising money for the youth programs and the disadvantaged children of Lower Township. And Mr. Ridgway, what time are those concerts kick off?
5:30 to 8 o'clock.
All right, there you have it. And that's it for me. At this point, we're going to open it up to the public. If you have any comments or questions, please just state your name and your address for the record, please. Anybody? I don't see any. It's like a short evening. All right, we close the public portion and need a motion to adjourn. Did we forget something?
Nope, just waiting for.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Not used to this.
Sorry, was there a second?
yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Have a great evening. Thank you.